Hey, how you doing? JT, better than ever. I'm on my Black Unknown channel. Just want to speak. If everything works all right tonight, I'm going to do some more cooking. That's going to be on my Black and Smooth channel. If the live stream hold up right, most likely you will get it. All right. I was looking at sorry, let me get the announcements out the way. Subscribe and like The Darkness Awaken, Black and Smooth, and this channel, Black Unknown. Like all my videos, subscribe and like all my videos on those channels. If you want some content you want me to bring, my page, I got a Facebook page named Jerry Thomas. I got another page, it's JT MVP Thinking for Ourselves. Twitter account at JT Blackman44. Instagram, JT Blackman, JT Black Star. And check out business venture that I had with Ernest Jones. My brother is andortoys.com, ANDORTOYS.com. Got some stuff that, let's say, lighten up the relationship. Also, we got some other stuff. Check us out. Know what I mean? Thank you. All right, got that out the way. I was watching Malcolm X, and what I was so very appreciative about him, that he never gave up for our peoples. Despite everything he been through, he slipped off for a while, but he had to come back, and after that he made history. And a lot of us not really follow what Malcolm X is all about. Even Dr. Betty Shabazz. Dr. Betty Shabazz was a professor of Medgar Evers College. That's in Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. When I say that's the source, that's what I'm talking about. Born and raised Brooklyn, New York. I better know as BK. All right. Now, and I've been thinking, have we really stepped up to liberate ourselves and our people? Are we keeping contact with each other to see how our well-being doing? Are we keeping contact with our family members that we should? And it goes for me too. Just letting you know, it goes for me too. Are we seeking out the unfortunate ones? Do we understand and learn more about economics in our community? Do we keep abreast what's going on in our community? I'm talking about police killing us, and do we explain to our kids where it really came from? And even other adults? Do we take the time and sit down and eat some good food and explain to our children, even adults, why it's very essential when you eat right, clear this all away? Do we talk about God? Do we talk about how things formed? Do we talk about strengthening the relationship between the black man and the black woman? And also black women. And I know that understand where we come from. I know what you're worth and everything. But this is towards the black man. Black man, do you understand What's our worth? What's your worth within yourself? And the broader conversation. Are we gonna let the things in this world destroy us? Are now it's for our people of African descent. Do we understand that we part of God's family? That we part of the human family? Do you know that we part of original people? See, these are the questions that we gotta ask and answer. It has proven that we the first. Also, there are things that pop up throughout the years that we's original Jews. Now, I'm not going to debate that and everything, but I'm not going to debate that, so don't look for me, but that's what I hear. Are we taking the time to spend time with each other often? It could be on the phone, it could be texting, or better is visual. And again, it goes for me too. Are we putting forth an effort? I think it's very important that we put forth effort. See, what I learned from Malcolm, he never really think of himself. Even like when he was slipping, when he was in Boston, and he was in another place because when you witness your mother going crazy and you see how white supremacy system had destroyed her. She trying to hold on. She had to be a strong woman, hold on to her kids as long as she can. And I commend her for that. And we need to talk more about that. But you notice, when I notice about Malcolm, he never let anything really defeat him. Even though everything was stacked on him. Even when he was in Boston. Even when he was like robbing houses and stuff. Act like an animal, as he mentioned. He was the head. But he always owned up to what he do wrong. And I really believe in my heart, he remembered the things that his mother and father had taught about a lot of things. And Marcus Garvey, when he said we got to do for ourselves and go back to our origin of Africa, his father very deep in for it, and rightfully so. He was not afraid to stand against white supremacy. So of course they got to take him out. And I learned a lot from his father throughout the years. That sometimes when you go for your liberation, sometimes you have to die for it. Is it worth dying for? Now we speed up Malcolm X. He became Nation Islam. I believe late 40s, early 50s. And that's when he started making his mark of the world. He really started learning spiritually. And to me, he still inject, the teachings of Marcus Garvey. And you hear his famous speech. You hear how he break things down, how he was building mosques all around the country. But now in time, he always thinking about himself. Then this woman came in his life named Betty X. Shabazz. And she was like a nurse. And he started learning about nourishing. He started learning about stuff. How very important that, yeah, you learn this, but we gotta be fine about that too. And but he always keep the family together. Him and Betty Shabazz. And so he like I said, making his mark. We're in the 50s, then we hit the 60s, and it was a lot of things that really happened. That's when people started getting jealous. But not one time Malcolm never stopped teaching us as a people. He stand up for us. And even back in the 50s, I even forgot, in the 50s when he see the brother got beaten up and everything. And him and his Muslims came. Said, look, all we brothers are Brother Johnson. And he demand that brother can get service. And that's when he said, no, we're not finished. We're going to the hospital. And I think that's when the cops have to pay attention. So, now we hit the 60s and Malcolm's still making this mark, and he starts seeing other. That's when late 50s and the early 60s. That's when you start seeing African nations depending on independence, and Malcolm wasn't treated of that, and so things go by. So Malcolm, they kicked him out, went into exile, and that's when he visited Mecca and seen like different Muslims, like they're all different colors, and came back. He never. There are people think he changed, but he never changed. He just understand that, some people different colors to work together, but he never. If you notice, he never dropped the ball of the liberation of us Africans around the world. If you want to join, you can put in, but you can't join. He never. And that's the beautiful thing about it. So, all of a sudden, took him out. Fairway 65. I wasn't around at the time. I guess I was in existence. I was born June 66. I was like floating around. I was floating around. You know what I mean. But are we really learning with Malcolm X? What he want? So much what he want us to do to take our rightful place on this earth. He wanted so bad what we do for ourselves, to stand up the ugly elements of white supremacy. The mindset and the symbol. Individual. Let me say it again. The mindset, the symbol, the visual about it. And there's countless others has stand up against white supremacy. Black man to black woman. Are we looking at their examples in the past? Because see, sometimes we get caught up in the future and in the current. We don't go back and learn. Sometimes learn from the past is our best teacher. Do we learn about that young boy in South Carolina? I think Chris Steffing, something like that. 14 years old. Got executed for nothing. We talking about back in the 30s and 40s, something like that. And other countless ones. And the ones famous and the ones not famous. So we have examples. Are we doing our part to help each other to stand up to against injustices of our people and the coons and the coonettes in our community? Are we learning about what Donald Trump is trying to do? And I know a lot of us, we talk about, we don't want to see things with TV. I get it. Because they don't reflect us. They don't represent us the right way that they should. But you have to understand who's running this. But I think that we should take a look and learn from it. Right this minute in Washington, D.C., they are having a hearing and see if Donald Trump know what's going on of the elections of last year. Do the Russians play a part in it? Of the technology to manipulate the election, to manipulate the process. There are some saying that the Russians was known that know some of our policies. So, they said Obama should do a lot. He should do this and that. But, like I said before, can't do but so much. But if we know Obama is not a fighter. So, could he do more? Perhaps. But he was handcuffed by a Republican Party and certain members of the Democrat Party too for a long time. So I'm not going to put everything on him. But now Donald Trump is our president. Obama, he's not in the White House no more. See, they're trying to confuse us as a people. We gotta connect the dots. Then they want to strip Obamacare. So now it's a fuss and fight now because there are some Republicans. They're getting backlash from the people. Hey, this care that Obama got it, it's good, and you want to take it away from us? So now there are some Republicans that have to double back. Even some Democrats. And that's why I tell people, if you want to do right, Democrats, you got to have a dog in them. You got to have the election turn on your way next year. Midterms. So now it's going to be a fight because there actually people has benefit from Obamacare. Now, they should fix some of it, yeah, but not go overboard. So it's going to be a constant fight. They said they supposed to bring the language in on Tuesday. Supposed to vote on the language of it. And hopefully they could press it through before July 4th. So you're going to hear a lot of sound bites what's going on. Are we going to have a say on that? Brothers and sisters, us as a people. I'm talking about us as a people. And we better educate ourselves what's going on. I'm not saying everything, but we better educate ourselves. Because you know how it goes. Other people catch the cold, we catch the flu. And this is not the time to sit back and to be acting like I don't want to be bothered. I understand this, brothers and sisters, I get it. But there are certain things you gotta fight for. In your millenniums, in our community, it's time to fight. We have to be more into of certain politics, a little more, as we is right now. Are we doing more? Are we having discussions? Are we watching certain political shows or political things, what's going on, and have discussions about it? Listen, I'm not saying ain't nothing wrong hanging out, and I'm not saying no having a good time, but sometimes there's things are much more important, and I will get back in touch with this person a little later. Thank you. Pardon me, family. Are we sit down with our kids and tell them what's going on, what importance of voting or whatever it is? Are we explaining our kids, even adults, that it's good to know what's going on the local side of our voting, of politics? So I just got a nice haircut today, so get my JT on. Thank you. Are we? So I'm asking these questions so it could be enlightened, brothers and sisters, and including me, JT, again, better than ever. I just want to pass on because it's on my mind, and I want y'all to know we have to do a little more. Gotta keep on pressing, people. That Curtis Mayfield said, gotta keep on pushing. Keep on pressing, brothers and sisters. Okay? I'm gonna end this because I'm gonna get some rest. And check me out later on my Black and Smooth channel. I'm gonna do some cooking. Yes, I got a surprise. I hope this live stream holds up. I hope. But I got a surprise for you later on. Watch out, okay? This gonna be it's gonna be alright, okay? So, fam, I'ma go and Black love forever, Black liberation forever. The red, black, and the green. Yes, the red, black, and the green. I haven't said that in a while and everything. And again, JT better than ever. Yo, and let's do more. Let's do more. Let's love each other. Let's trust each other. It's very important. We in trying times now. To survive to the fittest. This is not the time to be bickering and all like that. This the black man, the black woman is our time. This is our time. Let's do it. Collectively. You know what that means. Definitely you know what that means. Just be good to each other.